look who we've got here with us this morning. You've come
Morning.
in for an early beer.
Don't say that loud.
Welcome to the Welcome Arms. And so with us this morning, we have Matt Holt, the Marine Program Director at HLSCC Community College. And we have Jelani as well, who is a graduate of a program that Matt is going to talk about. So welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We're looking forward to hearing a little bit about the program that you've been running. And so I'm just going to go right into the questions. And the first one is, and first of all, let me just say this, Matt. You are I've watched as this program has really taken off. And it has been so exciting to see it from the foundation and from its formative stages to where it is now, and to see graduates. I mean, that has been so exciting. I think at the last real show that we had, you had some students. They were part of the first group that were going through the program.
Yep.
And it was really exciting to have them on the boats, to get in the engines, to meet the captains, and just see what the industry looked like, rather than just see it in books. Or so I applaud you. You have done a fabulous job, and I know that we are now on, I think you're on the second cohort? Third cohort.
Yep,
cohort.
with number 3 right now.
So let's just talk about the program. MPT, what does it stand for? What is the program all about?
Well, thanks to both of you again for having us here this morning. And it's just to comment on what you said there. I'm trying to practice what I preach a bit. My first job in the marine industry was a boat washer at 15. So I love that this is happening here in the BVI. It was born out of the hurricane recovery period, Marine Professional Training, MPT, and it was actually started right here at Nanny Key. They very kindly hosted the college over a series of curriculum development panels where we immediately engaged with the industry. The college realized that to truly bridge the gap between education and employment, it's important to find out what the industry truly needs. And so those professional panels where we met with all the industry experts evolved into MPT. And it's the result is a two-phase program. It's split into equal halves. And the first 8 weeks is it's kind of like a boot camp. So we are at the college Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, just like the work week. And over the course of 8 weeks, the candidates get certified in 6 different areas of training that are industry-driven and then internationally certified. So we're benchmarked right away to international standards. A Virgin Islander can take this and walk with it and go work somewhere else, not just here in the BVI. But it's the second half of the program, I think, where it really has an impact, an on-the-job training portion, which is apprenticeship. And each candidate rotates bi-weekly for 8 weeks. So they visit with 4 industry host companies and get right into the industry. And one of the things that the college or any college can't teach is experience. You have to experience it. And so we've been tremendously grateful to the industry for taking our candidates and seeing what they've done and what they can continue to do. And I think that's where the public-private nature of this, where we've really managed something together that is not just a college product or a course, it's an industry statement. And so far, so good.
Great. So you have all of this set up for for training people and getting them into the industry. How about for the STCW program, which is something that many of our crew, it's ongoing education, isn't it? It's something that they have to continue to do over and over. What else does the college have on offer for those who are already in the industry?
It's a great question, and as part of our program development, MPT isn't the only thing we deliver at HLSCC. We also have maritime short courses that have been running for a number of years, and one of the biggest features is STCW. The college is MCA accredited to deliver, and this is something that's just recently come back online in the BVI from the spring, and we're running them monthly throughout the year. In addition to that, within the community, we have the Caribbean Boatmasters prep course, and I guess where the combination is truly strongest is that there's some aspects at the college where we're teaching marine to new-to-industry candidates, whereas things like STCW, Boatmaster, VHF certification are for existing or even veteran workforce, and not just in the Virgin Islands, but externally and internationally. I think a lot about the Charter Yacht Society and how this will evolve in the next year as we get out of our pandemic period. And I imagine a crude yacht, spending its summer at Nanny Key, where it's receiving its annual maintenance, and you have a team of staff on the boat where they can all get their STCW renewed for the next season. You might have a steward on board or a deckhand who's starting their career, and we're also an RYA recognized training center, so that same crew could get their STCW, and then the steward or the deckhand could do their day skipper shore-based theory or get their powerboat level 2. Additionally, we're affiliated with the American Boat and Yacht Council, and so a lot of the crude yachts are teams of 2, so they're multi-skilled. But we imagine the captain and the first mate perhaps getting an ABYC certification, either in marine systems or corrosion or the standards themselves. And we'd like to think of ourselves, in my mind, the Virgin Islands is undisputed as this amazing marine tourism product. And in the next year or two, I'd like to see that conversation shift also to marine training, that we can also export the talent and the certifications that are needed by industry. I think STCW is growing as well. We're building right now much of this. But as you know, it's not just the basic safety training within the convention, but things like crisis, crowd, other levels within the STCW convention. We're looking to develop those in the near term. So we might have quite a portfolio that would benefit the charter yacht community when they're here, having a summer layup, getting their maintenance done, and also topping up the crew for the next season.
Excellent.
If you don't mind, I'd like to have a chat with Jelani.
Okay. Me.
Welcome to the Welcome Arms.
Thank you.
Now, you completed the second round of the MPT course, I believe, right? And in fact, your colleague and friend, Royston, joined us as part of his apprenticeship, that's right, on board Gypsy Princess. And we got to meet you when he brought the boat onto the dock, if I remember.
Well.
Yeah. So how do you find the programme has shaped your thinking about a future career within the marine industry here in BVI's?
It actually has refined my plans and my ideas quite a lot. One thing I didn't realize until joining the MPT program was that the marine industry is very diverse. I already knew that, with boating you'd definitely have a diverse industry, but I never realized how intricate it was into the entire tourism industry, one, and then also tying into other industries surrounding it. So what it did make me realize is that I should definitely look towards all the surrounding factors and the surrounding industries in the marine industry, and just keep our eye open for new coming ideas, new developments, and just new opportunities for growth in the industry. That's what the MPT program left with me.
That's awesome to hear.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a big wide world out there, but there's so many jobs available when you have some of the basic skills and can keep developing on them. So you're sat here in a Nanny Key t-shirt, and you did part of your apprenticeship at Nanny Key, which was where we first met you back in February, I think?
Yes, it was late January.
Okay. So does that suggest that you got a job straight after completing your MPT course?
Yes, it wasn't straight after. It was a couple of weeks, but nonetheless, with the as soon as the position opened up, I applied, and because of my my MPT certification, I was what's the word? I got the job.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, and you helped us dock the other day when we came in for the boat show. You did a great job, and we really appreciate seeing your wonderful smiling face welcoming us as we come into dock, helping us with our lines, opening up the water and what have you. But I remember that first time we met you and I asked you what you wanted to do. You told me that you actually wanted to have your own company. Is that
right.
still a plan for your future?
It definitely is. And right now I'm partnering with my friend. He has his own company. It's called Heritage Tours. So it's definitely right up my alley. That's something I want to do. And I'm very interested in excursions and just people experiencing the BVI for much more than just the sand, the sea, the sun, and the sea. I want people to understand the heritage of the Virgin Islands, understand that everything that a Virgin Islander does is led to him by, a history. It all comes from reason, and that's why I want people to see from the BVI. So definitely you'll get a lot more touring and chartering from Jelani in the future. Definitely.
Well, I think Janet has one more question for Matt, maybe.
I do. And then I think we have a video of that goes over the STCW program. A quick clip. Okay. But we can run that at the end. I think you did cover a little bit about what you hope to see in the development of the program in the future. But one of the things I'd love to ask is, you have this enthusiasm, it's infectious, contagious, and you get such joy out of teaching. And just share some highlights. I remember a story that you had where you shared with me that I think the students have to take swimming lessons. And so I remember you speaking about someone who was afraid of getting in the water, basically, and wasn't a very good swimmer. Well, I say not a very good swimmer. I don't think that he believed he could swim at all. And it turned out to be your strongest swimmer. And I think that was in your first group. And I just love stories like that, the overcoming. And so what other stories can you share with us about some of the students who've gone through the program?
I guess I'll start maybe just with a general comment to that, because I think one of the greatest things about this industry, and I experienced it as a boy, is that, as Jelani said, there's so many branches on the tree. When I was 15 years old washing boats, I had no idea that I might one day be a commercial skipper or a charter company operations manager or managing a marine program for a maritime college. And so we share this a lot in the class and encourage all the students to not be job seeking, but to be career minded. A job is a space that you occupy. It's an occupation. It's not really yours, but a career, you develop it and foster it and grow it throughout your whole life. And so if you approach the workplace with an understanding of what you're good at, this is what I like, this is what I want to do, and then you also own your weaknesses a bit and do a little extra to improve them. Get out of your comfort zone. It might be swimming, or it might be navigation, it might be speaking in public, which always makes me quite nervous. So just step into it and think about that career in the long term, that you'll really find yourself not just looking for an occupation, but growing into the industry. And none of us know what we're going to end up becoming in marine, and I think that's the best part. The other side of it is, and this is because of my experience, what's the expression? It takes a village
to raise a child.
Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I encourage everyone to, as soon as they get on the job, look for the mentors that are already on the job. Find someone that will nurture you, that will take the time. Not everybody has the time, and that's fine. It's a busy workplace. But look for those mentors, and then as you excel, become a mentor yourself, because that's, I think, where that village analogy really has merit. So other specific examples, it's we've watched a number of young persons that have never actually gone sailing before, and I'm a bit of a, you know, maybe not a bit. I love sailing, and we've all had our powerboat experience. But you see someone on a sailboat, main and jib, first time, and they come back and their minds have been changed. Yep. This is an amazing thing. I didn't know it. I see it every day, but I didn't know it. Those are my favorite moments. Or watching someone who might have been adverse to the water, realizing that that's another arrow they can put in their quiver. It's another skill set that they never thought they'd have. And you see the confidence that comes with that. It's great. I love especially how Jelani and many others have you know, helped us weave into the program. We change it with every cohort and improve it. And the maritime heritage in the Virgin Islands is something that we didn't bring. It's been here for forever. And to weave that in and show how relevant that is in the careers available and how it's part of the fabric of the Virgin Islands, part of our resiliency, is wonderful.
Well, that is definitely really exciting. I'm delighted to see the program flourishing. Really, really looking forward to seeing more young people come up in the industry, waiting for a boat show when we start to see some of the local, you know, Virgin Islanders there on the boat, captaining, chefing, engineer, like Ariel Thrasher on Mai Tai. You know, it's just really exciting to see the establishing and building of the industry from the grassroots up. So, Jelani, we welcome you to the industry, and we look forward to seeing, you know, more of you. And I think that we can run with the STCW clip, and then on to our first yacht, I believe.
I think so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.